1580 KGAL.
The following sports broadcast is an exclusive presentation of News Talk 1580 KGAL. Lebanon Warriors basketball is on the air. Today's game is brought to you by Supply Building Center, Mama's Fine Italian, City and Suburban Electric, Lassen RV, Doug Phillips of Edward Jones, Power Honda, Ixtapa Mexican Restaurant, Linco Federal Credit Union, Burgerville, Crabtree Automotive, Walmart, Willamette Community Bank, Les Schwab Tires of Lebanon, Beans Kitchen, Like New Appliance, Lynn Benton Tractor, and by Wilson Motors. Now, get ready for Warriors basketball with all the action. Here are Radio Ray and Scott Landgren, live on 1580 KGAL.
Hey, good evening, everybody, and happy Sports New Year basketball season. We're into the conference season starting tonight. A good Wednesday evening, too. I almost said Tuesday because I thought the initial round of games was going to be Tuesday and Friday.
Me too.
And yesterday, I had mentioned on the air, our morning program, I'll put in a boost already, 5:30 to 9 o'clock. I mentioned that tonight basketball, Dallas and Lebanon, I would have come back up here last night except for the fact that I was checking to see whether everything was in order for the West Albany broadcast yesterday.
Right.
At which time I was informed that West Albany was not playing yesterday. And I checked their schedule and I thought, they're playing on Wednesday. That's unusual. We're playing today. But somehow in this new year, I had the presence of mind to check our own schedule, which said Wednesday night.
Yes.
So I'm Radio Ray. That's the Statman Carruthers, Scott Landgren. Happy Sports New Year to you.
Happy Sports New Year to you. I'm glad you made it on the correct day, time, location, everything.
So we came back tonight to do this game. I was excited about this game. Maybe that's why I wanted it already yesterday, anticipating this game, the initial game of the Mid-Willamette this year. But it truly is, in a sense, it will explain why, one of the more important of the season. Now, these two teams, Dallas and Lebanon, neither one of them really figure to be in the hunt in all sports candor when the season is done for the division, the conference title.
True.
And very possibly a middle-of-the-pack team. But they probably both will be about the same record when you would think it's a good possibility that will be the case. Dallas and Lebanon have in recent years been very competitive. You probably are familiar with the fact that the Warriors lost, gosh, was it 43?
I think 46? It was more than that, like 46.
46.
I believe it was.
46 games in a row over a couple of seasons into a third season, the end of a third season. And the only team that the Warriors really competed well against that time was Dallas.
Right.
And the team they last defeated before the streak started was Dallas. Last year, Dallas pulled away from the Warriors and had really a very good representative season. But they have lost a lot of those players, and so far, to start this year, they have an identical record with the Warriors, which would be 3-6 on the season. They have defeated South Albany in a pre-conference game. They defeated South by a score of 58-55. But as the season begins, it has a familiar look in that the teams the Warriors should compete well against, and it's always difficult, as we say, to base the outlook for a season on games that are played prior.
Right.
But you would think as the season begins, there is a feeling in Woodburn, Dallas, and South are the teams that the Warriors will compete well against.
Yeah, and it's been that way for a couple of years. There's definitely an upper division in the Mid-Willamette Conference and a lower division. Right now, Dallas and Lebanon are in that lower division, but if you could finish in the 6th, 5th spot, I think you'd have to mark that as a great season. And this is a team you've been competing with for years now, and I think you have to look at this one as a potential win again.
The hopes are always that maybe the Warriors could get to 500 in a season or somewhere close to 500.
Yeah.
If that's going to happen, whatever we said about those other against that's going to happen, this game becomes a must.
Yeah.
Because it's a home game and it's against Dallas.
Yeah, you have to protect your home floor for once. It's the opener of the conference. Everyone's going to be excited. And like you just said, it's Dallas. It's a team you've competed well against, and you just have to beat them here at home.
Hopes for a 500 season, I would think, since we're talking about the Mid-Willamette Conference, 8 teams in the league. That's 7 opponents. You play 2 games against each, 14 games. A 500 season would be 7 wins. If you look at that and those 3 teams that I mentioned, to get those 7 wins, it probably would be a necessity to sweep Woodburn and South.
Yeah, unless you're going to pull off some upsets in the division, which is possible because, you know, Corvallis is not playing great right now. Crescent Valley's not playing great right now. There's really two great teams, West Albany, and Silverton. And the other ones are kind of, you know, Corvallis and Crescent Valley, I would think, are a little above, but everyone else is kind of bunched together. So this is definitely an important game. You have to get it started right, most importantly because it's at home.
Crescent Valley and South played last night. They probably me on the radio and decided they were supposed to play.
Probably.
Got there and realized they made a mistake.
Yes.
But Crescent Valley beat South. I think it was 69-57.
Yeah, it's pretty competitive.
It was competitive, so you're right. You know, maybe a win against another team. But I think that 500 season has a lot to do with good success, if not a sweep, very good success against those three teams we mentioned.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to sweep somebody. And like you said, probably 2 or 3 people to get a successful Mid-Willamette Conference season. And
that certainly means you must, in order to have any shot at the 500 season, you've got to protect the home court against those three teams. So that is why tonight becomes a major contest in the season for the Warriors.
You know, and the good thing about that is the Warriors play very well at home. They're 3-0 at home, and they really feed off the crowd, which is starting to fill in pretty nicely, I might say. So, you know, it's a good thing. All signs are pointing to a good thing for tonight for the Warriors.
The freshmen tonight had a 51-30 lead with just a minute and a half left in their game, so they won handily.
Yeah.
The varsity fell by 3, finally 6-43.
Yep.
And there was, in the last couple of minutes, perhaps, I have to admit I was not watching terribly closely, but what I saw in the last couple of minutes, there were some very spurious calls, including a shot, I think it was by Skylar Garber at the end, that would have tied the game, but he was called for traveling on a rebound. And it wasn't that he was trying to put a move on the player in front of him. It's still possible to move the feet before shooting, but it certainly didn't seem it. But as I say, it wasn't that I was really scrutinizing the game that closely and watching every move.
Yeah.
But it looked like a ball that went against the Warriors. And certainly the junior varsity coach, whose name is
Casey
Vandenbos, was upset with those calls at the end of the game, too, in the last 2 minutes. But that said, it was a competitive game, and that's what we hope for tonight in this first conference game of the season.
That's really all you can ask for.
Warriors and Dragons, we hope it will be interesting, and we hope it will get the Warriors off to a good start. They did not have a good holiday season. We'll tell you about that when we return tonight. Both teams on the floor warming up. Dallas, Lebanon, tonight on KGAL.
Making life easier and more productive, that's what Lynn Benton Tractor can do for you. And it all begins by discovering how the full line of Kubota equipment can help.
Lynn Benton Tractor, we're still doing business the Indian way.
I-99E Tangent.
Taking a detour down a gravel road isn't fun for you or your tires. Luckily at Les Schwab, along with great prices, all of our car or pickup tires come with the kind of protection most other places don't give you, like free flat repairs and more. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Albany Burgerville featuring the Ham Havarti Sandwich, all natural Diamond Ranch ham layered with melted Havarti cheese on a toasted hoagie roll and the chocolate hazelnut milkshake. Pick up an Albany Burgerville rewards card now. Cash for every dollar spent. Albany Burgerville, fresh, local, sustainable.
Willamette Community Bank is proud to support local high school sports, music, and scholastic programs. Hi, this is Kevin Thomas, Vice President with Willamette Community Bank. Be part of the team and get behind our schools and our future leaders, serving you with branches in Albany and Lebanon.
Willamette Community Bank, service like no other, we promise. Member FDIC, housing lender.
1580 KGAL.
Here at Lebanon High School, the Warriors are now 3-6 on the season. They were over 500. They were 3-2 on the year after a victory over Sweet Home put them one game above 500. The last game that Scott and I did before the Christmas break was from Willamette High School. It was the Wolverines, but it was a disappointing game and yet a good game for the Warriors. They were down with, was it 32 points, as much as 32? 22?
I think it was at least 20 points that they were down, so it must have been 22.
And they got within 8 in the fourth quarter, were making a good run, and eventually fell in that game, fell to Willamette. And then they went to a tournament over the holidays in which they lost games.
Yeah.
They lost to West Salem, 74-56. That's one of the 6A teams out of Salem, so not too bad.
It's a very good 6A team. They've beaten, I think, everybody they played in the Mid-Willamette Conference. So
have they really?
Except for, I think West Albany beat them by like 2 points, but everyone else beating. So, and they played with them for a while. I was at that game. So, you know, there's good things to take from that.
74-56, they lose. Western Mennonite beat them 68-51. That's troubling.
That's the one that hurts, and I can't say because I didn't go up that day, but you know, you lose by that much to a two-way school. Not many things must have went right in that game for them.
And according to this box score, which can sometimes be wrong, they won the third quarter 21-17 and the fourth quarter 16-7.
Oh, wow.
And yet lost by 17 points.
That's troubling.
According to this, they were really murdered in the first half against Western Mennonite. And then that they had defeated to put them above 500 at 3-2. Sweet Home beat them 56-45.
Well, that was that fourth quarter there.
And it says the fourth quarter 24-9. They outscored the Warriors by 15 in the fourth quarter, won by 11. So a troubling game there as well. But that puts them at 3-6 for the season. Dallas is also at 3-6.
Yep.
Woodinville, Washington beat Dallas 59-45. Beaverton beat them 73-37. Liberty beat them 61-27. West Albany went up to Liberty and beat Liberty High School. So you can see the distance between those teams in the league. And again, a reason why we think Dallas may be a middle of the conference team and one that, doggone it, you better beat at home.
That's right. And you know, those three games were also in a tournament at South Salem, so they too had a bad holiday season. So this is two evenly matched record-wise, everything-wise. It's going to be a battle.
And Dallas beat South 58-55. Thank you. It's nice of you to do that. 58-50. Dallas beat South, but that was a non-conference game. So both teams stand at 3-6 as they begin play tonight. Dallas really has a turnover from last year, Scott. They were much different last year.
Yes.
And we saw them handily defeat the Warriors last year. They were not; those were not competitive games. We hope that would be the case going in.
The second one was competitive. It was 54-50.
That's not bad.
No, you weren't here. I did that game with Robbie. You were,
is that right?
You were gone somewhere. But it was the last game of the season, and the Warriors had come in the second half, and they tied it, and then Dallas pushed forward. But it was a good game.
All right. How about the first game was not, right?
No, the first game was not. Dallas got out to an early lead, if I remember, and they just kind of added on as the night went. But the big thing is they have a new coach this year. Last year they had Jim Botan, I believe was his name. He was an old coach from, I don't remember, Western Oregon, I think, or some college up there. And he retired after the season, so they got a new coach, so maybe that's part of it. And they lost a lot of seniors last year also.
It seems because both you and I, looking at the roster, did not recognize a number of people from the team.
Yeah.
John Ritchie, better known as Richie Allen.
Richie Allen.
I was searching through the internet, some of the better sports sites for high school sports, and I tried to find some box scores for Dallas, and I could only find one, and that was in the Dallas and South game.
Yeah.
And they mentioned Richie Allen scored 17 points.
That's a good night.
And I had already gotten the roster from OSA8.org. Look for this Richie Allen was going to be the first number to memorize for the night. There was no Richie Allen. And sometimes the rosters are posted before they get a full turnout, or somebody maybe decides to come out for basketball late. It's not on the roster. I thought, well, maybe there is a Richie Allen. Not only is it not a Richie Allen, it's not even close. No. John Ritchie is the youngster's name. He is wears number 20. He is a senior, one of just 3 seniors on the team.
And I do remember his name, us calling it the last couple of years.
And he probably then will be the young man to watch tonight. He's 6'1" and a senior.
Yeah.
He who scored the 17 points, but how on earth they got Richie Allen, who used to be a slugger for the Philadelphia Phillies.
Like I said, maybe he just wanted to be Richie Allen for a day.
Maybe so.
I mean, I don't know.
But apparently John Ritchie, number 20, will be the young to watch tonight for Dallas. The Warriors also feature a young team, and it's a team that really, if they can put together a good season and they get some of those wins that we talked about, you would really look with anticipation to next year.
Yeah.
With people like Ian Smith, who is a sophomore, and Isaac Johnson, a freshman, who has progressed with each game this season. It will be interesting to see how he does this evening. It's tough for a freshman to really control the floor, but he has on occasion, he has shown spurts of being really a terrific ball handler, particularly in terms of feeding others. Some of his assists this year have really been picture stuff.
Right. And like I said, a lot of these great players for the Warriors right now, underclassmen. It's going to be great to see them the next couple of years. They're going to have their ups and downs this season. Mark my words, that's going to happen. We've already seen some of the ups and we've seen some of the downs, but if they can pull it together, they're going to be a special group the next few years.
C.J. Hart, just a junior, he's been really the point guard, the ball handler, taking the place of Alex Albion. Not easy to do because he was so terrific with the basketball.
Yeah.
But C.J. Hargis has shown over the couple of years, has really come on with truly almost every game that he has played. So there's the nucleus of next year as well. We just hope that maybe this year they can surpass some of the expectations for this season.
Yes.
And get the win tonight. We'll see about that. Dallas and the Warriors will take a timeout. We're close to the game time this evening here on KGAL.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 4 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, offering lunch and dinner, takeout, and catering too. Here's Bob.
Come down and visit us and try some of our hand-tossed pizzas, my friends. That's right, hand-tossed.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, in the heart of Lebanon on Oak, between Main and 2nd.
Need some electrical work in your home or business, but it just seems like too small of a job to call the pros? No matter what the job, call City and Suburban Electric. Proud to be a contributor to our community. City and Suburban Electric. Call 451-5609.
Lassen RV in Albany has the new RV models on the lot now, ready for you to buy. Levy's Department has a new truckload of parts and accessories on sale just in time for fall fix-up. From changing a light bulb to rebuilding your entire RV. No job is too big or too small for Lassen RV in Albany. We're friends.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 80 KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Well, we'll see if we can get our beloved outdoor crowd microphone to pick up our national anthem tonight.
Yes.
As we're just about ready.
Oh!
Rob Allen
here.
is here.
We found him.
That's Rob Allen on the public address system showing up a little late tonight. We were concerned. But he is here. Let's see if we can pick up our national anthem tonight and stay through the anthem here at Lebanon High School. Very nice. A young lady from Lebanon High School is singing the national anthem. It's first time this year we've heard someone sing the national anthem. A nice job. Just about ready to begin. We'll get the starting lineups here tonight. Dallas will be announced first. Dallas with their orange and black Beaver colors. Always ironic, the Lebanon fight song is the Beaver fight song.
That's true.
But it's Lebanon that wears the Beaver colors. Number 12, Tyler Sommerfeld will be among their starters tonight. Also number 20, there's Richie Allen, John Ritchie. Number 24 is Hayden Broadus, 22 Spencer McCarron, and 44 Josh Kibbe. And the two seniors are Tyler Sommerfeld 6-foot senior, and John Ritchie, 6'1" senior. And the Warriors.
8'9" senior, player number 1,
Jake McConnell, one of the seniors for the Warriors, 5'9". There's Isaac Johnson, the freshman we mentioned, the coach of son Kevin Johnson, 6'3" freshman. Will only get bigger and better.
Yeah.
Number 21 is Tim Maddox. Tim Maddox, also a senior, 6'3". There's C.J. Hargis, number 23, 6'1" junior.
And here's a surprise start.
Oh, and Tyler Romeo gets the start tonight, number 35.
Remember, Kendall Leffert is on the bench in street clothes. I don't know what's going on, but he will not play in this game tonight.
Tyler Romeo, 6'1" sophomore. We saw him in the junior varsity game, right? We said it was number 50. Were we right about that?
No, that was Tyler Young.
Oh, Tyler Young.
I know, they got the same name. The same name thing going on.
So Tyler Romeo gets the start tonight, yes. a sophomore. In the center circle here at Lebanon High School, as the students stand, there's a nice crowd here tonight. You're right about that. That far side is just about full, and this side is just about full all the way across from the entrance of the gym to our end, which is at the far end of the gym.
Good to see. Good to see. They know.
Tyler Romeo will jump center. It's Dallas that controls the ball. I think Romeo may have controlled the tap, but it goes into Dallas's hands on offense first tonight. John Ritchie tries to go underneath, and he throws it away. Turnover for Dallas. Good start.
This could be one of those ugly games where we have 30 turnovers or something, Ray. I don't want it to be, but it could be.
It's possible. Tim Maddox hands the ball to C.J. Hargis. We saw a little backcourt pressure in the early part of the season, the non-conference games. No pressure there to start the night. And what did they call that? I didn't see that call. Was it a double?
They said he stepped on the line.
Travel?
Isaac. It didn't look like he was that close to the line.
Really?
But that's what they called.
From here, we've got the crowd standing. You can't really see the sideline, but it didn't look like he was close to the line.
No.
Looked like he was well in front of it, so I'm not sure if that was the call, but it was a turnover for the Warriors. 5 seconds called against Dallas.
Well, so far we're 3 for 3 on turnovers here.
Tyler Romeo puts some pressure on Josh Kibbe, and Josh Kibbe can't find anybody to deliver the ball to. Good defense by the Warriors. Everyone covered.
Yeah.
5-second rule, and the Warriors get the ball.
Thought it was a little bit quick, but we'll take it.
McConnell to Tim Maddox. Cross court to C.J. Hargis. Hargis playing on the left side of the floor in front of the Dallas bench. Goes to the left-hand dribble. Bounce pass out to Tyler Romeo. Romeo playing just inside the midcourt circle. McConnell charges to the basket and is knocked out of bounds. That will be a foul. Should be on Spencer McCarron. 6'1" sophomore will commit the initial foul of the night. And the Warriors will inbound as C.J. Hargis calls out a play. Wants to find somebody open and finds Isaac Johnson. Johnson on the right side of the floor. Starts a dribble now, backs up with the left hand across to C.J. C.J. almost has that ball knocked away. Now he does. As McCarron, who had committed the foul, reached in and knocked the ball away. Here's John Ritchie just below us. John inside. Josh Kibbe. Kibbe back to Ritchie. Will he try for three? He does. Look out. No, it's in and out. No good. Looked like it was going to drop and did not. Off the hands of Jake McConnell and picked up by Spencer McCarron. So Dallas back on offense. No one has scored yet, but a minute and a half gone. First quarter tonight at Lebanon High School. Steal by Isaac Johnson. Stole it right on the hands of McCarron all the way down. Puts it up in the head.
They just took it from him, Ray. Wow.
Spencer McCarron never saw him coming, and Johnson just went by him like a football player. Swatted that ball out of his hands like he would knock it
like
out of a running back. Stole the ball and went to the half court.
Okay.
With a basket. 2-0 Warriors. Dallas on offense. Johnson again guarding McCarron. They get it underneath to Kibbe. Kibbe open, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound comes to C.J. Hargis, and Hargis falls to the ground, and they call a travel.
Yeah.
C.J., he's got a nice smile, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He has a very winning smile. He just smiles. Dallas will inbound it. They get it to Spencer McCarron, guarded by Isaac Johnson. Johnson giving him trouble. McCarron to the dribble, gets underneath, puts up a left-hander, up and in. Nice job by him.
Yeah, he stuck with it.
To escape Isaac, get into the paint and put up an underhanded layup. McConnell goes to the basket, and McConnell is fouled.
No charge. Yeah.
Charge.
He was a little out of control.
He was. He didn't put the hand behind the back. It was an unusual charge call. It was more of a foul call.
Yeah.
Just a right hand forward, like a strike call by an umpire.
Yeah, it was.
Ball knocked away, but Dallas will control here at midcourt. 2-2 is the score. 5:51 remaining in the first quarter. Everybody's standing here. This should be good. If it's close tonight, this place should really rock.
That's right.
Broadus, Hayden Broadus. The Josh Kibbe back to John Ritchie. Ritchie tries to go underneath. He does. Tyler Sommerfeld has it knocked away and knocked into the hands of Hargis. Hargis to Isaac Johnson. Johnson wants to attack the basket in the paint. Puts up an off-balance shot. No good. Tipped away by Tim Maddox, but controlled by Dallas as Tyler Sommerfeld comes up with the ball.
I thought Isaac might have gotten away with a travel there, but they didn't call it.
So he was going to charge, but he did a good job of stopping to get the shot off.
Yeah.
Dallas with the ball. Tyler Sommerfeld backs up a little bit, guarded by Jacob McConnell. Hayden Broadus goes underneath to Ritchie. He's open, puts up a layup. No good. Turned and missed the shot. Here's Tim Maddox bringing the ball into front court. Sweeps it to McConnell. McConnell tries to go underneath to Tyler Romeo. Goes off his hands, out of bounds. But last touch by Dallas.
Well, I have been impressed with the Warrior defense this year, and we know the struggles sometimes the Warriors offense can have. And Dallas is only averaging 39 points a game, so I wouldn't be surprised if this game ends in the 30s maybe. And at the rate it's going, nobody's really taken off.
The inbounds pass is knocked away. Jake McConnell tries to save it, but he can't. It goes off his hands. C.J. Hargis tried to bounce pass to McConnell.
But we have more turnovers than points. That's not a good start for either team. 4 turnovers apiece.
Is that right?
Yeah.
4:53, 2 points apiece. 4:53 remaining.
At least it's tied
in the first quarter. Tichenor is in the game. Isaac Tichenor for Dallas. Ball knocked away by Tyler Romeo, who stole it, and now it's stolen from his hands by Hayden Broadus, and Broadus brings it up to the front court. And Broadus, there'll be a reach-in foul against Lebanon.
Ian Smith? He was there.
Lebanon will pick up their second foul of the game. Ian Smith has checked in, so C.J. Hargis, Ian Smith, Jake McConnell, Tyler Romeo, and Isaac Johnson now in the ball game.
Yeah.
As Tim Maddox was replaced by Ian Smith here on the floor. 4:25 remaining, still tied at 2. Dallas with the ball. Josh Kibbe. Underneath the Tichenor. Tichenor, no, it's not Tichenor. It's Hayden Broadus, number 24. Kind of a wild hook shot, but he made it 4-2 from the paint. Isaac Johnson goes underneath. And the shot no good by Tyler Romeo, and that was again a nice pass by Johnson. It looked like he was going to shoot, and he dished it off to Romeo, but he couldn't hit the shot from underneath. And Dallas brings it down court, 4-2. They're up by 2. Shot for 3. The three-point shot is good by Spencer McCarron, just in front of the Warrior bench. 7-2, Dallas. Suddenly a 5-point burst, and I mean, that's really an outburst in this quarter.
That really is, and it could be in the game.
3:41 remaining. Warriors just with 2 points. Romeo almost has the ball stolen. Now he does have the ball blocked as he shoots. He gets his own rebound, feeds it to Jake McConnell. McConnell just inside the circles. Dangerous pass outside to C.J. Hargis. Calls for a little screen on the man guarding him, Sommerfeld. Instead, a bounce pass to Romeo under to Johnson, and Johnson is fouled on his way to the basket. Good ball movement. C.J. Hargis to Tyler Romeo to Isaac Johnson, who along the baseline, driving the baseline, was fouled and will get 2 shots.
Good job attacking the basket by Isaac. Hopefully he can make some free throws.
For a complete fitness experience with cardio machines and weight training, check out Lebanon Racquetball and Fitness. Open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Shot is no good. Second shot coming. Look for Lebanon Racquetball and Fitness on Sherman Street in Lebanon. So for Warriors, Tim Maddox will check back in. Also, Colson Shanks in the ball game. So it's C.J., Colson Shanks, Tim Maddox, Isaac Johnson, and Ian Smith. Second shot is good. So 1 of 2 from the free throw line for Isaac, 7-3. Dallas with the lead, 3:13 remaining. Warriors really, no backcourt pressure, but in front court, they're really putting good pressure on Dallas. Shot no good. Rebound goes to Dallas. Put up and in. Too easy by Hayden Broadus. He's 6'5", tallest man on the floor. Put it back, 9-3. C.J. Hargis, left side for Colson Shanks, just in front of the Dallas bench. Goes to the dribble. Pass to Tim Maddox. Johnson. Smith, Ian Smith puts up a shot, no good, and Ian is going to be fouled, and he will go to the line for a couple.
Well, Well, that's good so far. The Warriors weren't getting any good shots. The last two possessions, they were attacking the basket and got fouled. That's something Ian's got to do. He's 6'3". He's got to use that frame to his advantage.
So Ian Johnson will get 2 shots, and he does not hit the first. He'll try to get 1 of 2 if he can hit this one, down 9-3 in the game. Before, I always say before. I don't know why they bother to put that on this little card. During or after the game tonight at 11, and grab a hot and ready $5 pizza at Little Caesars. Shot is good. Near the River Center, the new and only Little Caesars Pizza in Lebanon. So the Warriors 2 of 4 from the free throw line, down 9-4 in the game. 2:40 remaining in the first quarter. Hayden Broadus for Spencer McCarron. Spencer across court. Shot no good by Isaac Tichenor. Battled for the rebound, knocked out of bounds, and it's not last touch by Tim Maddox. And they will inbound. Dallas inbounds on our end of the floor, which is the far end from the entrance to the gym. Gabe Rickard in the game for Dallas. Inbounds the ball to Tichenor. Outside to Broadus. Broadus starts a dribble, puts up a shot, and it is good. Just to the left side of the paint, a few feet in front of the foul line, hits 11-4. Here's a shot for 3 by the Warriors, and it is good. First 3 of the night, and that's Colson Shanks.
Now they're going to need more of those.
11-7. Warriors draw within 4, coming down to the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Isaac Tichenor, far side right near the Warrior bench. Kevin Johnson thought that ball might have been out of bounds when he grabbed it. The Warriors knock it out of bounds, and it's last touch by the Warriors. Dallas will control. Just in front of us, they will inbound. Everybody's still standing, particularly at this half, which is the student half. I guess not the other half, the adult half of our side of the gym. But you cannot see the young man inbounding because the students are standing and cheering on the Warriors. Gabe Rickard has it knocked away by McConnell. McConnell gets it, and Rickard fouls him.
All right.
And so it's not a shooting foul, but that will help, as it will be the 4th foul for the Dragons. 2 for the Warriors with 1:54 remaining in the quarter. Warriors will try to get within at least 2. 11-7, they are down. The ball inbounded to C.J. Hargis right in the mid-court circle. Gets a little bit of a screen, drives to the basket, tries to dish it off. Instead, Tichenor steals it, saves it before it goes out of bounds, and puts it into the hands of Hayden Broadus. Gabe Rickard brings it across into front court. Hayden starts a drive, dishes it off. Tichenor thinks about a 3. Instead, he tries to go underneath, and there's Jake McConnell to steal it. McConnell up ahead to Colson Shanks. They have to slow it down back into the hands of Jake McConnell. Almost had a fast break on that.
Yeah.
Now they give and go to McConnell. Pass off to Tim Maddox.
Give it in. Give. All right.
Jake McConnell hit the basket. Tim Maddox on a pass from C.J. Hargis. Nice ball movement. Here's Dallas underneath. The shot blocked
by Maddox.
Blocked by Cole Church. Tim Maddox got the block after the basket. Warriors within 2. Shot for 3. And it's out by Colson Shanks.
That's a good shot. It was a transition 3, though.
Boy, it looked like it was going to give them the lead. It spun around, came back out. And now here's a foul by Colson Shanks trying to steal the ball. Both number 14s. Number 14, Isaac Tichenor for Dallas. 3rd foul for the Warriors. The first on Colson Shanks. Warriors back within 2. They were down 5 at 7-2. It's 11-9 right now and 54 seconds remaining.
That was halfway down, that 3 by Colson. But he's the shooter on the team. He is the outside threat right now, and he's got to keep shooting.
Josh Kibbe will check in for Hayden Broadus. He gets the ball on an inbounds pass. Here's Cole Church for 3. No good. Rebound should come to the Warriors. It does. Into the hands of Jake McConnell, standing right near the free throw line. And the Warriors with 42 seconds. Again, will try to get a tie in this ball game. McConnell simply hands the ball to Hargis. He passes it to McConnell, left side of the floor. CJ, right-hand dribble. Behind his back, switches to the left hand, drives the lane, puts up a kind of a crazy shot.
It was.
Hit almost the top of the backboard and comes down into the hands of Zachary Benfit. Gets the rebound. Dallas knocked away by Hargis.
Oh, beautiful.
Tim Maddox saved it as he managed to push it back in bounds off the hands of Josh Kibbe.
Heads up play there.
Really nice by Maddox. A timeout. Warriors will call timeout. Kevin Johnson calls a 30-second timeout. We'll take a 30-second break with 16 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Dallas up by 2, 11-9 on KGAL. The
short drive to Corvallis will save you time and money. This is Steve Buckner from Wilson Motors, inviting you to experience the notable difference at Wilson Motors, 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis. Check us out at saveatwilson.com.
Good, tasty food. That's why Bing's Kitchen has been a lunch and dinner favorite for over 40 years. Choose Chinese or American meals that can satisfy the entire family or a gathering of up to 40 people on the South Sanium Highway in Lebanon. Choose Bing's Kitchen, where the food simply tastes best.
1580 KGAL.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Warrior basketball beginning the conference season. The two teams here, Dallas and the Warriors, both 3-6 in the pre-conference season. And in what has been a typical battle through most of the years for these two teams, 11-9 Dallas Warriors with the ball. Pressure in the backcourt, but now they call off the Dogs, or in this case the Dragons, as Isaac Johnson brings it into front court. Left-hand, right-hand dribble. Gets close to the basket, dishes it back outside for Shanks for three, no good, hit the back iron. And the rebound comes to Dallas. 2 seconds, 1 second, they'll not get the shot off. John Ritchie put up the shot, but too late. And Dallas has the lead, but as we expected, a real battle. Dallas up 7-2 at one point, biggest lead of the first quarter. Quarter ends with Dallas 11, Warriors 9. Warrior basketball continues tonight on KGAL.
Edward Jones specializes in helping individual investors achieve their personal investment goals. Hello, this is Doug Phillips, your Lebanon Edward Jones financial advisor. Please call me to set up an appointment so I can assist you in selecting investments and services that help meet your goals. Call me at 541-451-4000. Member SIPC.
Need tires? Hi, this is Don from Conegat Tire Factory. From lawnmowers to tractors, cars, and trucks, we have what you need. And Conegat Tire's ASE certified mechanics can help you with your brakes, shocks, struts, alignment, oil changes, and stuff you won't believe. Even propane for your barbecue and RV. Conegat Tire Factory, still at the Y in Lebanon.
1580 KGAL.
Well, an interesting first quarter tonight, and that kind of goes according to plan for the evening.
Yeah, that's usually what they are when these two teams face off. They're close, competitive games.
11-9, the Dragons lead the Warriors. We were stunned last year and so disappointed early in the season when we went to Dallas and saw Dallas run away with that game that night. It really was not a game. We couldn't believe it when we saw that.
But was that last year or was that 2 years ago? You think
last year?
The 71-38 game.
Was that 2 years already?
That was February 18th of 2011. We played in Dallas since then.
Wow,
yes.
Of course.
Yeah, last year 60-44. It wasn't much of a game either.
No. But the blowout was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I remember that night.
Frightening. That kind of thing is frightening.
That was not a fun night.
I can't tell you how much I cannot remember times and years anymore. There's a shot by the Warriors to open the quarter, no good. Colson Shanks had a good look at the basket, couldn't make it. In transition, Dallas, nice pass. Tyler Sommerfeld to John Ritchie, and Ritchie puts it up and in. 4-point advantage, 13-9. Warriors with the ball. Colson Shanks to Isaac Johnson. Johnson to the dribble, playing outside. Trying to get a little bit of a screen, does, but now picked up by Dallas. Down drives the baseline. Tries to get the ball underneath, but there was nobody there to pass it to. It was knocked away by John Ritchie as Isaac was trying to get the ball to Tyler Romeo. Tyler Romeo, Tim Maddox, Jake McConnell. Colson Shanks in the ball game for the Warriors. Here's Jake. Right side for Isaac Johnson. Johnson passes it back to McConnell down on the right side. Jake out front to Colson Shanks. Colson into the hands of Tyler Romeo. Has it knocked away, gets it back, and delivers it to Isaac Johnson. Johnson on the left side of the floor. Gets a little screen, starts a drive, goes underneath to Romeo. Romeo's shot is blocked. Again, a nice pass from Johnson, but Romeo had the shot blocked. Tyler Sommerfeld all the way down the floor. Tries to dish it off. Does. Gets it into the hands of Josh Kibbe, who turns and puts it up and in.
Well, so far, not a good start.
6 points, biggest lead for Dallas. 15-9 to start the second quarter tonight here at Lebanon High School. Isaac Johnson. Johnson, bounce pass right near the foul line. Tyler Romeo simply hands it to Colson Shanks, comes around, gives it back to Isaac Johnson. Isaac stops the dribble, delivers it to Colson Shanks. Maddox in the far corner, Jake McConnell for a three, no good. Here's Maddox with the rebound, puts up a shot, no good, hits the iron, and the rebound comes to Dallas. Old Church with the rebound. Sommerfeld to Ritchie.
Wow.
Ritchie underneath to Benfit. Nice job.
Nobody's back on defense.
They're moving the ball well. Zachary Benfit on a good assist from John Ritchie, or Richie Allen, whichever he prefers to be called.
Warriors have got to do a better job of getting back after a missed basket.
8-point lead They need to get some good looks at the basket. Dallas has done some quick transition, has gotten good looks and made those shots. They have an 8-point lead at 17-9. Warriors with the ball. Maddox almost has it knocked away from behind. Puts up a shot. It was no good. Blocked by Dallas. Johnson got the rebound. Tries to feed it underneath. And did they call him for a travel?
Yeah.
Never did see the call. But it's a travel on Isaac Johnson. I think he wanted to shoot and then tried to dish the ball at the last minute, but had traveled by that point.
Right.
So Dallas with an 8-point advantage and with the ball. You know, we talked about those games they lost over the Christmas vacation and how they were really stomped a couple of times in the fourth quarter. They have frequently through the years we've seen that bad quarter. It's not starting well here.
No.
Simply 4-0, but it puts them at an 8-point deficit. With Dallas with the ball, Sommerfeld drives to the basket, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound comes to Isaac. Isaac behind the back dribble to steal the ball, or save the ball from being stolen, and then throws it away on a careless pass on the right wing to C.J. Hargis, intended for C.J., but not near him, instead out of bounds. Dallas ball.
They're just beating themselves right now. Not getting back on defense, throwing the ball away, and they're not making shots. That's a recipe for disaster.
5:37 remaining. The Warriors have not scored in this quarter. They're down by 8. Dallas with the ball. Josh Kibbe down below us. Hayden Broadus outside for Cole Church to John Ritchie. John stopped by C.J. Hargis, and John throws it away. Saved.
Wow.
Before it went out of bounds. Then they go underneath the Cole Church, and they get the ball, and they get the shot.
Well, somebody missed their man.
Passed it to Cole Church. Hargis goes the other way, has it knocked away, but saves it and gives it back to Jake McConnell. It looked like the ball was out of bounds, but again, with everybody standing, we can't see the sideline.
Yeah, it wasn't thrown very hard, so.
Apparently, Broadus saved it just before it went out of bounds. Had to be awfully close. They get it down low to Maddox. Maddox is stopped, cannot get the shot off. He feeds it underneath. And a shot put back by Tim Maddox is good. As Tyler Young in the ball game could not get the shot, but Maddox got the rebound and the putback. He hits it 19-11. And Tim Maddox will go to the line. Josh Kibbe picks up his first foul. That'll be the 5th team foul for the Dragons, just 3 for the Warriors.
Well, that
not particularly a high amount.
No, that's a good thing. If there's one great thing that the Warriors are doing right now, they're not fouling. But they're not really making their free throws right now. They're 2 of 4.
And 2 of 5 as Tim Maddox cannot get the 3-point effort.
But he did make the shot, so that's good.
19-11, Warriors down by 8, and Dallas with the ball. Tyler Sommerfeld, guarded by Jake McConnell, brings it in the front court. Sommerfeld goes along the sidelines.
Threw it away.
Pass that gets knocked out of bounds. Spencer McCarron, simply lost the handle on it. I think he wanted to start a move to the basket and didn't control the pass, and the Warriors get it back. Trying to cut into an 8-point margin. And C.J. Hargis has the ball. His dribble toward the basket, cut off. Now brings it back outside. They're going to call a reach on Rich E. John Ricci will commit the 6th team foul. His initial foul.
Well, that's good. Free throws from here on out for the Warriors.
But only 2 of 5. It may not be a great advantage to get to the free throw line.
But Dallas hasn't been there at all, so that's good.
C.J. Hargis' pass is stolen away by Ritchie, who was standing right in front of him. He gives the ball to Tyler Sommerfeld, and the Warriors do commit a foul. Here, Jake McConnell reaches in. Sommerfeld probably would have had a good angle to the basket if he'd not done so. 4th Warrior foul. 4 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the second quarter tonight. Lebanon High School. Lebanon down by 8 to Dallas, 19-11. Outscored 6-2 in the quarter.
They just got to tighten up on their defense right now.
Hayden Broadus calls out a play, dishes it back to Josh Kibbe. Tries to go underneath to Ritchie. He's open, puts it up and in.
That's not the way to do it.
You know, they're looking good on finding those people underneath, and the Warriors are playing good defense, but that was careless. Here's a shot that won't go in by the Warriors. Rebound battled for, and the Warriors will get the ball back as it's knocked out of bounds by Hayden Broadus. That pass to Ritchie was too easy because Ritchie, when he got that ball underneath, when he turned to the basket, there was no one in front of him.
Yeah.
They've done a good job on their assists in getting that open man underneath, sometimes in quick transition. The Warriors are not getting those good looks. Here's a shot for 3. It's short, off the iron, and the rebound will come to Spencer McCarron. Tyler Sommerfeld will bring it up court. The lead now is 10 for Dallas. Warriors have to slow this down. They go underneath again. Swift back outside. A shot for two is good by Tyler Sommerfeld. Well, just inside the three-point arc. Lead is 12, 23-11. Dallas shooting and handling the ball much better than you would expect. Here's Tyler Young, tries to go underneath. A careless pass stolen away into the hands of Tyler Sommerfeld. Here they come again, up by 12. Really putting the hurt on the Warriors in this quarter. Sommerfeld, cross court, near side to us. Hayden Broadus, again they go underneath. The shot no good by Tichenor. They had another easy look at the basket. Warriors have to cut those shots underneath. They've got to stop the ball from getting down low. And they almost throw it away. Here's Tyler Young. Young starts a drive, tries to dish it off. Instead, it goes right into the hands of Tichenor. Tichenor, quick drive to the basket. He traveled, did he not? Yeah.
Well, I'm interested to see because in the first quarter, the Warriors were playing a zone. Now, Dallas was getting a lot of open threes, so maybe Coach Johnson decided, well, I don't like that, so we're going to take off the zone. We're going to play man-to-man. But now people are losing their man, and they're getting too many points in the paint right now, and it's just too easy.
And they're doing a good job with their passes.
So they might have to start going back to a zone to cut off that middle.
Ball almost stolen by Dallas. Instead, it is tapped back into the hands of C.J. Hargis, who tries to attack the basket. A no-look basket or pass, and perhaps he should have, as he throws it away, trying to hit.
Well, they say it was tipped.
Oh, my.
Tipped by Dallas.
All right. So the Warriors keep it. Good fortune for the Warriors. C.J. will inbound the ball right near the door of the gymnasium. Bounces it into Colson Shanks, thinks about a shot, instead feeds it back to C.J. C.J. drives along the baseline. His trip falls to the floor. No travel, no foul.
Call timeout, C.J. Call
timeout. And a battle on the floor, and it's stolen away by Dallas. Back into the hands of the Warriors. Across court for Tyler Young. Young puts up a shot, no good. The rebound, Tyler Romeo fights for it. Instead, he knocks it out of bounds. No, he does not. Dallas knocked it out of bounds. He was fortunate, perhaps, that he did not get it over the back.
Yeah.
Trying for that rebound. It looked like he tapped it. But the Dallas player in front of him hit it, knocked it out of bounds, and the Warriors will inbound. Down by 12.
They really got to cut into this in the last 2:12 to go.
Outscored 10-2 in this quarter. Colson Shanks for Hargis. Hargis playing the left side. Drives into the paint, tries to put up a shot. Whoa. Anchor there by Zachary Benfit.
It was.
Is Zachary called for the foul? It was a Regis Philbin moment, really, for C.J. He was out of control.
He was. It's actually a 12-2 in the quarter. It was 11-9 at the start. So it's even worse.
12-2. Zachary Benfit is called for the foul. It's the 7th foul, so C.J. Hargis, who never did get a shot off there, will go for the 1-and-1, and he hits the first. So a good job, perhaps, to take advantage of the initial 1-on-1 effort of the night. 1-and-1. Isaac Johnson will check in, and Tyler Romeo will sit for the Warriors. C.J. Hargis tries to become the first Warrior to hit 2 tonight.
He needs him.
And he does not. And the rebound goes into the hands of Zachary Benfit. Lead is 11, 23-12, 2-minute mark, second quarter. A shot from the corner for 3 by Tichenor is no good. The rebound comes back to Dallas, and there they are with a putback as Daniel Thomas becomes the latest man to score for Dallas. Warriors at the other end. Johnson closely guarded, puts up a shot, and did he travel? No, he didn't travel. Let's see what they call it.
They call the foul on Dallas.
1-and-1 coming. They're really playing good defense. The Warriors are not getting open shots, and if they do, they've missed the three-point shots except for the initial one by Colson Shanks.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, last year, Dallas was really improved on defense. So far, it's the same here. Like you said, really the Warriors haven't taken many good shots tonight.
No, Isaac Johnson was in trouble there. He was fortunate that he drew the foul. His shot is in and out. They don't get the 1-and-1. Still down by 13. Dallas has the rebound.
Killing them right now.
39 to go. Driving to the basket. They lose control of the ball. C.J. Hargis gets it, dishes it back inside. It's knocked out of bounds, and let's see who will get the ball. Dallas will still have the ball. So Warriors had it for a moment. Turned it back over. Dallas gets it, and they will inbound just below us here at Lebanon High School. Tyler Sommerfeld receives the inbounds pass. Guarded by Josh Alley in the ballgame for the first time tonight for the Warriors. Spencer McCarron, cross court for Cole Church. They get it to Sommerfeld. Back to McCarron. McCarron gets a little screen, starts a drive. This is at the far side here for Cole Church. Running some clock for the first time tonight. Tyler Sommerfeld starts a drive just inside the paint. Dishes it to Benfit for two, and he hits just inside the three-point arc. And the Warriors throw it away. No, it is. Yes, it is. If they tried to save it, it gets into the hands of Sommerfeld.
It's really careless.
15.
Yeah.
Benfit tries for three, and he does not hit it. Colson Shanks gets the rebound. Did a nice job of screening his man. Isaac Johnson at the other end. Nice drive to the basket. Puts up a shot. No good, and he'll be fouled. Isaac saw a defender in front of him and did a terrific, magical job of escaping the charge and put up an underhanded layup. Got fouled in the process, but it did a great job of maneuvering.
Yeah, it's just some of the high basketball IQ that Isaac has shown us so far in these few games. Something we haven't really seen.
When he turned, there was a defender right in front of him. It looked like he was going to run into him. Instead, he took a sidestep, put the shot up through the foul, but does not hit the basket.
Unfortunately, 1 of 4 for him at the line.
Has not been hitting a high percentage of free throws.
3 of 9 as a team. That's not good. And Dallas still has not attempted a free throw yet.
Warriors still with 3 points in the quarter, and they now have 4. It's 27-13. But it's going to take a big run to get back into this game. 27-13.
They are capable of it, though.
A surprising command in the ballgame. They try to go underneath. Does Dallas. Instead, they throw it into the hands of Josh Alley. Alley has it knocked away. Alley gets it back. Hands it to Tyler Romeo. Almost stolen from Tyler. Instead to Hargis for three. No.
Deep
rebound, though, to Colson Shanks for Johnson. Johnson in trouble. Dishes it back to C.J. Hargis. Bounce pass to Tyler Romeo, just outside the free throw line to Josh Alley, and a foul away from the ball.
Calling an intentional foul?
A push on Hayden Broadus, and the officials will talk about actually Cole Church, 34.
He put the hands up for an intentional foul. We'll see who they call it on. It looks like it's going to be on Dallas.
It looked like they pointed to number 34 of Dallas.
Yeah.
No.
He's shooting.
No. No. Well, Isaac Johnson gets called for the foul.
Okay. He must have been getting into it.
And number 34 was the one who was fouled. So Johnson must have been standing alongside him. It looked like he pointed right at number 34, Cole Church, who hits 1 of 2 free throws, and then they will get the ball. Intentional foul.
Okay, then.
And that's away from the ball, so that's a crime that you should not.
When the Warriors are getting the ball, I don't know why the Warriors are getting the ball.
No.
But you're right, that shouldn't have happened. Isaac wasn't even in that play.
So CJ inbounds it. They try to feed it back to CJ. Instead, there to try to steal the ball is Hayden Broadus. And they will call the possession arrow, and it will belong to Dallas, so they get the ball back anyway. 28-13.
Yeah.
6 seconds remaining. Here's Tyler Sommerfeld. Tyler pulls up the jumper, off the iron, no good. Rebound fought for. C.J. Hargis throws it down court too late anyway. And a very, very disappointing quarter, as the Warriors are outscored 17-4 in the quarter, and they trail 28-13 at the half. We'll take this timeout. Warrior basketball continues tonight in a moment on KGAL.
You'll always get your money's worth where the food is fresh and original at Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant in Lebanon. Roberto and his staff will provide a fun and affordable dining experience. So visit Ixtapa on the corner of Highway 20 and Wheeler Street, where parking is convenient and the atmosphere is sweet.
The Walmart Superstore is exactly that. One superstore with virtually everything you might have on your shopping list. Everything you need, a great selection, and of course, lower prices always. The Walmart Superstore in Lebanon.
We're Linco Federal Credit Union. Keep your money in Linn County with Linco Federal Credit Union. Enjoy a visit with one of our friendly staff at a neighborhood branch near you today. Linco Federal Credit Union in Albany, Lebanon, and Sweet Home. In Lynn, you're in.
Family owned and operated since 1979, Crabtree Auto stresses the small stuff when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. An oil change every 3,000 miles is a small thing now, but adds up to big rewards down the road. Crabtree Auto on Hill Street, just south of 9th in Albany.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Welcome back to Lebanon High School tonight. The Warriors in deep trouble here at halftime, trailed Dallas 28-13. If you were with us for the pregame, you said we hoped that it would be a game that would be very competitive, and based on most of the games in recent years with Dallas, they have been very, very close. At a time in which the Warriors were losing something like 46 games in a row, the only games in which they really played well and had a chance to win were against Dallas.
Right.
And Dallas and the Warriors both with identical records at 3-6 to start the year. Dallas did have a win against South Albany, but only 59-55. So from that, we falsely, incorrectly assumed that this game would be close. A very disappointing and bewildering second quarter in which the Warriors, who had played very good defense in the first quarter, suddenly found themselves vulnerable shot after shot from underneath the basket. And then with the confidence built, Dallas also did a good job when they were open of hitting the outside shots.
They were...
I was just going to say, Dallas played tremendous defense, though the Warriors really did not get... They had a couple of open threes and they missed them. But they did not get many good looks and certainly never really got a good look under the basket.
No, Dallas played a great half of defensive basketball. And the Warriors, like you said, played a good first quarter. They were playing a zone. It was a 2-3 zone. They were leaving Dallas open for too many open threes. Dallas wasn't making many. I think they made one of them. But I'm guessing maybe Kevin didn't like that they weren't playing the zone very well. Switched to a man-to-man, but then the Warriors kept getting beat down low in the paint and too many wide open in the paint shots for Dallas.
You have to give credit for the assists that they got in that quarter. They did a terrific job of getting that ball to the open person.
Great vision.
Really quick passes. Very alert. And they did a good job. They earned those baskets, but it's just rather bewildering that suddenly the Warriors cannot get an open shot. They can't really move the ball well to get to open underneath. Even off the screens, they can't seem to find an opening to the basket. And then the breakdown in defense, and suddenly, again, just a totally one-sided quarter.
And it feels like they weren't they were giving up shots in the second quarter, and then they weren't hitting shots, and it just all kind of crumbled at the same time, which led to this big lead for Dallas.
Dallas outscored them 17-4 in that quarter, and they lead at 28-13 at the half. The stat man has some disappointing stats from the first half for us. In just a moment, we'll take a timeout. 28-13, Dallas leading the Warriors halftime tonight. 1580 KGAL Radio.
You will come out a winner at Power Honda. Their talented staff will show you how easy it is to get the vehicle you want and the payment you need. Check out mypowerhonda.com. Call 928-0122 or just go in to Power Honda, Highway 20 east of I-5 in Albany, your Honda superstore.
Making life easier and more productive, that's what Lynn Benton Tractor can do for you. And it all begins by discovering how the full line of Kubota equipment can help.
Benton Tractor, we're still doing business the American way.
Highway 99E, Tangent.
Taking a detour down a gravel road isn't fun for you or your tires. Luckily at Les Schwab, along with great prices, all of our car or pickup tires come with the kind of protection most other places don't give you, like free flat repairs and more. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Albany Burgerville is now featuring the Ham Havarti Sandwich, all natural Diamond Ranch ham layered with melted Havarti cheese on a toasted hoagie roll and the chocolate hazelnut milkshake. Pick up an Albany Burgerville rewards card now. Cash for every dollar spent. Albany Burgerville, fresh, local, sustainable.
1580 KGAL.
Halftime tonight, as they're having those halftime shootouts, they try the three-point shots. Youngsters from the crowd do, and if they are success, they pick up a bottle of soda.
Yes.
A lot of soda still sitting there tonight.
Not many makes, I guess.
Crowd's not hitting either, which is, that's disturbing.
Well, when everybody's off, what are you going to do?
For over 50 years, Mega Foods has been offering the best quality and taste. More than just a supermarket, also a very good neighbor. Mega Foods, of course, in Lebanon. You'll also find them if you're listening in Albany or if you're over that way. Mega Foods. The stats from the first half will tell us the total will amount to 28 for Dallas, 13 for the Warriors, unless you cook the books. Have you ever thought of doing that?
I could.
Why not?
I haven't, but I could, I guess.
You can be a basketball accountant.
There you go.
Just cook the books a little bit. So.
Oh, I wish. And I wish the Warriors had played better in that second quarter because, Dallas got out to a 6-point lead, and then Lebanon closed the gap, and we thought, hey, we're in for another close game. Well, we're wrong right now. I'm not saying this one's far from over because we've seen the difference between this year's Warrior team and the one in the past is this one has the ability to come back. They just got to put their mind to it. We'll see how they come out in the third. But right now, Dallas is dominating in almost every category. Rebounds 22-17 for Dallas. This is the only category they're not is free throws. Lebanon was 4 of 10. Dallas was 1 of 2. So they didn't take many. So I guess they can't really dominate something they didn't take very much of. Turnovers are, let me see here, 12 for Dallas and 16 for the Warriors. So too many turnovers. They had 10 turnovers in the second quarter. That's too many. They got to cut back on that. For Dallas, the leading scorer is Spencer McCarron. Let's see if Spencer McCarron has 4 points for Zachary Benfit. He came in off the bench. And John Ritchie, your buddy John Ritchie, had 4 in the game. For the Warriors, it's pretty easy. 4 for Isaac Johnson, 3 for Colson Shanks, 4 for Tim Maddox, 1 for C.J. Hargis and Ian Smith, and that's the 13-28 deficit the Warriors face right now.
It's really disturbing to think that the Warriors for once took more free throws than someone else.
Yeah.
And that their opposition only made 1 free throw in the first half, and yet a team against which they should be very competitive, they're down by 15. That's particularly disappointing.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
But we saw a run at Willamette when they were down by, say, about 22 points. Got within 8 in the fourth quarter, made a very good run, and one would hope they can do it tonight. We'll soon find out. About 3 minutes away from the second half tonight. The score at half is Dallas 28, Warriors 13. We'll take this time out on KGAL.
Willamette Community Bank is proud to support local high school sports, music, and scholastic programs. Hi, this is Kevin Thomas, Vice President with Willamette Community Bank. Be part of the team and get behind our schools and our future leaders, serving you with branches in Albany and Lebanon.
Willamette Community Bank, service like no other, we promise. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, offering lunch and dinner, takeout, and catering too. Here's Bob.
Come down and visit us and try some of our hand-tossed pizzas, my friends. That's right, hand-tossed.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, in the heart of Lebanon on Oak, between Main and 2nd.
Need some electrical work in your home or business, but it just seems like too small of a job to call the pros? No matter what the job, call City and Suburban Electric. Proud to be a contributing member of our community. City and Suburban Electric. Call 451-5609.
1580 KGAL.
A couple of important conference games being played tonight as we start the basketball season back up again and the conference season beginning this evening. This is, as we mentioned in the pregame, a big game for these two teams because they have been teams that have been near the bottom of the league and just hoping to increase their fortune for several years. And for the Warriors, it particularly becomes important if you're going to win any good number of games this year to protect home court against teams such as Dallas, South, Woodburn, and they're down by 15. There's another important game being played tonight at the other end of the spectrum in the league, and that is West and Silverton.
And that's not going well for West Albany. Silverton's up 40-30 at the half.
Wow.
Yeah. I think they're probably in the third quarter by now, but 40-30, Silverton with the lead. A little surprising.
Those two teams battled it out for the football championship at the Mid-Willamette Conference, won by Silverton this year. And they figured to be among the top two teams in the league in basketball.
Yeah.
And for West, it's a key tonight because they're at West and they're losing at home to their big rival.
Not a good day for the KGAL K-Show radio crews right now. Hopefully, things will change in the second half. We still got a long way to go. The Warriors just got to come out hot early.
Ready to start the third quarter. Tyler Romeo, Isaac Johnson, Jake McConnell, C.J. Hargis, and who am I missing? Did I mention? Tim Maddox. There's Tim Maddox. Will be the Warrior 5 starting the second half. The Warriors need to immediately put on a good show here. Press,
The important thing is I want to see what they change defensively early on.
They've got to force some turnovers. They do press on the inbound, but the inbound is from midcourt for Dallas. And Dallas down low. They will play at the other end of the floor from us, the far end. The Warriors will be at the near end for us for offense in this half. Here's Tyler Sommerfeld, calls out a little bit of a play, dishes to John Ritchie. John Ritchie on the far side starts a drive to the basket, gets close, and is fouled, but puts up a shot in which he hits the side of the backboard, but he is fouled, so the Warriors commit the initial foul. It would really probably turn this game truly if the Warriors started committing more fouls and gave Dallas a chance to get to the free throw line more than they.
Yeah.
Down by 15, they certainly cannot afford to do that. Jake McConnell picks up his third foul of the game, first of the half, and John Ritchie does not hit.
Oh, that's good.
Maybe they would do the same thing as the Warriors did, just 3 for 9 in the first half. Dallas was 1 for what? 1 for 4?
1 for 2 in the first half.
1 for 2.
Yeah.
Well, they've already shot twice here, and John Ritchie hits the second and makes the lead the biggest of the game at 16. Dallas gets the initial point of the second half. Isaac Johnson for Tim Maddox just below us. Jake McConnell gets the ball, starts a drive. Probably charged, got a shot up, no good, and the rebound comes to Dallas anyway.
Yeah, it's a wild shot, not the best selection there.
Here's John Ritchie for Hayden Broadus. Broadus goes right into the middle of the court. Shot up and in, and that was a crazy shot by Josh Kibbe, a hook shot. But again, at least they got it close to the basket. It was fortunate it went in, and a turnover as they pass it into the hands of Hayden Broadus. 3-0 Dallas to start the second half. The Warriors need to stop that immediately. Ritchie shoots, does not hit it. Hargis fell, but I think that was more of a flop. A correct no call, and Dallas steals a Warrior pass again. They try to get it down low to Ritchie. Ritchie has it knocked away by C.J. Hargis. Out of bounds, and the Warriors will get it as he knocks it off the hands of John Ritchie. Good job by C.J.
Well, not the start the Warriors wanted here. They still have no points in the third. And they're sticking with that man-to-man defense.
No pressure in the backcourt as C.J. Hargis brings it into front court. Bounce pass to Isaac Johnson, playing right in front of his teammates in the Warrior bench. Tyler Romeo out in the middle of the floor. He starts the drive, has it knocked away by Dallas into the hands of Sommerfeld. Here they come quickly. Bounce pass to Ritchie. Ritchie, bounce pass for Kibbe. Kibbe can't hit the shot, gets his rebound, puts it back up. A shot no good by Dallas. They missed 3 shots at that end. Warriors get the rebound. Isaac Johnson thinks about a 3, instead feeds it for C.J. Pass to McConnell. He will try for 3. It's off the iron, no good. Rebound comes to Sommerfeld. They will slow it down a bit as they come into front court. Across court. Long shot. Spencer McCarron for 3 is no good. Rebound finally comes to C.J. Hargis. Hargis corrals it and brings it into front court. He may try to drive all the way. He does. Puts up an underhanded layup and got it to go.
Well, that's good. Maybe that'll get the Warriors going here.
Drove right past the man just in front of the free throw line. Drove to the basket, put it up and in.
The Warriors are playing better defense this quarter. Still not hitting many shots on the offensive end, though.
2 bumps there, one by the Warriors, one by Dallas. Neither one was called as the officials either didn't see it or they're giving a little liberty here. But Dallas gets the ball and putting it up and in is Hayden Broadus underneath the basket.
And Tim Maddox just got out of position there on that rebound.
Hayden Broadus has a nice hook. He's used a hook shot over and over tonight. Shot for 3 by Isaac Johnson is no good. The rebound is going to come to Broadus. Broadus finds Ritchie underneath. He pushes it up, can't get it to go. He was too close to the baseline. He tried to push it at the last second. Ball on the floor and controlled by the Warriors. I'm going to sit down for a while. It sounds like a horse race again, doesn't it?
It does.
Isaac Johnson in front court. A bounce pass for Tyler Romeo. Puts up a jump shot right near the free throw line. Won't go, and the rebound will go to Dallas.
Well, the Warriors just can't buy a bucket right now.
And a foul is called. That might be on Josh Kibbe. Away from the ball. It'll be the initial foul. Whomever committed the foul here. It's Josh Kibbe's first of the game and the first for Dallas here in the second half. The Warriors have won 4:50 remain in the third quarter, 33-15. What was a 15-point margin, 2 points at the end of 1, 15 at the end of 2, now stands at 18 as we near the halfway mark of the third quarter.
There's still time, but they got to start cutting into this lead.
I hate to tell you, but they're not making that run
I
yet.
know.
Almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter. Almost threw it away. Jake McConnell controls the ball right in the center of the court. Isaac Johnson again in front of the Warrior bench, playing on the right side of the floor of the Warriors. He dribbles between several players, gets it back, feeds Hargis, who puts it in.
All right, that's good.
That was fortunate for the Warriors.
Very.
He got between one teammate and two defenders and somehow still had the ball, got it back, and then found Hargis, who put it in. Here's a tip by Dallas, no good. Shot by Sommerfeld for 3, missed. And the rebound by Hayden Broadus as he put it up. He missed, but he's fouled. And he will have 2 shots coming. The Warriors will pick up their second foul of the second half, and the second on Ian Smith. C.J. Hargis in the ballgame, along with Isaac Johnson, Tim Maddox, Jake McConnell, and Ian Smith for the Warriors, as Hayden Broadus will get 2 shots with his team up by 16 and still stands at 16. Enjoy your favorite delectable candies from Victorian Chocolate Company. Pick them up at the Bright Purple Building near Ralston Park in Lebanon, or order them online at victorian-chocolate.com. Not that far from Valentine's Day right now.
I can't believe it, Ray.
Come quickly, please. I have a personal grudge against January.
Oh, do you?
I don't like January.
Well, you know, I'm with you on that.
I take multiple amounts of vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin. Shot no good. They missed both. Benfit, though, gets the rebound. He's at 6'5", biggest player on the floor. He stole it away from the 6'3" Johnson. A shot for 2 is good by Cole Church.
Right now, the Warriors just cannot get a rebound. They're just not going up strong enough.
Lead back to 18 again. Largest of the lead for Dallas. Had an 18-point lead here. Bounce pass to Maddox. As Maddox shot is good. Left side of the lane.
You know, I don't have the offensive rebound number, but I would think Dallas is dominating the offensive glass right now.
Maddox had good cooperation from the iron that time. Ball rolled and dipped in. 35-19. Warriors double team the ball handler, and coming out C.J. Hargis and Tyler Romeo both collide with Hayden Broadus, and I think Hargis may get the foul.
Yeah, I think
it looks like 35.
Oh, wow. I think that's a gift for the Warriors, because I thought Hargis went for that one. Oh, there we go. They gave it to Hargis.
They changed, yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, he was the one.
He did point 35. I saw the hands go for the official. The ball is stolen away, knocked away, and finally winds up into the hands of the Warriors.
Warriors are being more aggressive on defense right now, which is good.
Warriors knocked it away. Dallas got it back. Dallas lost the ball, and the Warriors will put it inbounds here, down by 16 and just 3:27 remaining.
But they're -1 in the quarter still. They got to make a run here, and it has to be now.
Let's see what they can do. They get the ball to Hargis, and a good pass from Jake McConnell, and he puts it in. Second time they found Hargis alone underneath. Good job by Hargis moving without the ball to attack the basket, and McConnell saw him in a perfect pass. 35-21. Zachary Benfit, guarded closely by Tyler Romeo. Still on top of him. McConnell almost steals it. Sommerfeld gets it. He goes underneath. Cole Church thinks about a shot just inside the three-point circle. He hits it. You know, when they're open, they are hitting their outside shots. You've got to admit that, too.
And the Warriors are leaving them open too often.
It's a hit for 2. Johnson tried a shot, couldn't get the shot off. Fed it across court from McConnell, who missed the shot. And the rebound comes to Cole Church of Dallas.
You know, the Warriors don't have to get it all back right now. They need to just try to get this under 10 before the start of the fourth.
Down by 16, still down by a point in the quarter. Here's Tyler Sommerfeld, guarded by Jake McConnell. Holds onto the ball. Better get started and do something here. And they call McConnell for a slap.
And that'll be his 4th.
Almost the 5-second rule against Sommerfeld, but he just started to move, and as he did, McConnell slapped those hands. It will be his 4th foul, and he will go to the bench. Colson Shanks will check in. That will be the 4th Warrior foul, and that's an uh-oh position because Dallas has committed just 1.
Yeah.
And down by 16, you don't want the other team going to the foul line several times before you get there. Here's Hayden Broadus. Across court for Daniel Thomas. Thomas into the hands of Cole Church. Church starts to drive. Is it knocked away by McConnell, but into the hands of Tichenauer, whose shot is no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will belong to the Warriors. 2 minutes and 2 seconds remaining. Dallas moves the ball well.
Yeah, that's something I did not expect to see out of them. For a team that's 3-6 and averaging just under 40 points a game, that makes me think they turn the ball over a lot. But so far tonight, they've been taking care of it.
They've done a good job of hitting some of their longer 2-point attempts, and there will be a reach on Isaac Tichenauer. He reached in against Colson Shanks, handling the ball. Just the 2nd foul. But they've gotten the rebounds and sometimes gotten it to people who are very close, just inside the three-point arc. About the longest two-point shots you can take, and they've hit them.
Yeah.
37-21, but the Warriors trying to inbound the ball. They do. As they get it to Ian Smith, starts to drive to the basket, dishes it underneath, and he is fouled. And so he will go to, no, he will not. He was not a shot.
Yeah, he was passing it.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call.
He was trying to dish it underneath, and actually he did, but he was fouled. So the Warriors will have to inbound the ball, see if they can get it underneath again. Here's C.J. Hargis. A bounce pass to Ian Smith, who simply hands it back to Hargis. Hargis starts that drive. Bounce pass for Smith. Kind of a tough one to control. He cannot. He puts it on the floor, and it's controlled by Dallas and Cole Church. Gabe Rickard in the ballgame, along with Daniel Thomas. They're clearing the bench right now. Nice pass underneath from Hayden Broadus to Cole Church, and Church put it in. Great pass by Broadus.
Yeah.
And a good finish by Church. 39-21, matching again their biggest lead of the ballgame. Third time in the quarter, they've been up by 18. And they almost steal it again as Hayden Broadus tried to take that pass before it got to Chad. Is that Chad Nissen in the ballgame?
That is Chad Nissen, number
Chad
10.
Nissen.
Obviously, the Warriors are not going to get it under 10, so they just got to get it as close as they can.
Isaac Johnson tried to feed it to Ian Smith. Instead, he fed it to John Ritchie of Dallas, and Dallas will try to take their biggest lead of the ball game now with just a minute remaining in the third quarter. Here's Daniel Thomas for two, and he hits 41-21, and that is the biggest lead of the game. And a 5-0 lead in the quarter. Hargis maybe got called for traveling there as he had that ball behind his back for a moment, but I don't think he moved his feet. Warriors bounce past Ian Smith. Open outside, but does not wish to take the three as that goes into the paint and dishes it to Shanks. A nice head feint to lose his man. Puts up a shot, no good. And the rebound to Daniel Thomas. Good job by Colson to fake his man into the air and had the open shot, but couldn't hit it. The Warriors do not hit those outside shots. Steal by Isaac. Isaac almost loses it. Manages to save it inbounds into the hands of Ian Smith. Back into the corner for Johnson. Johnson will step back for three. Off the iron, no good.
You know, he had more time to set his shot, but he didn't.
And a push called away from the ball on the attempted rebound as Dallas, I think, pushed Ian Smith.
And I think they got John Ritchie there, and they did.
Ritchie with his second. Fourth fouls apiece now, at least that's tied. But the Warriors are down by 20 with merely 11 seconds remaining in the third quarter. They have not made the run that we hoped and anticipated. As they try to get the ball in to Josh Alley, it's knocked out of bounds instead by Cole Church of Dallas. And again, C.J. Hargis now with 10 seconds left will inbound. This time he does get it to Josh Alley. Outside for Nissen for three. No. Rebound tipped away by Daniel Thomas. And finally touched by the Warriors. Here's Hayden Broadus. A couple of defenders reach in and probably a foul there right at the end, but not called. Dallas doesn't need it. 41-21, but the key thing there is that when the Warriors needed a run, they win the quarter 5-0, and they lead by 20 as we'll start the fourth quarter tonight. Dallas and the Warriors continues on KGAL.
Has your stove lost its heat? Is your fridge or freezer no longer cold? Does your washer leave soap in your clothes, or has your dryer stopped tumbling? Then who are you going to call? Like New Appliance at 259-1131, of course. Like New Appliance, where every appliance shines like new.
Lynn Lanes in Lebanon, home of the best burger in town. Good family fun. Bowling. Open every day and until 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday nights. Ballistic bowling starts at 10 on Saturday nights. Stop by Lynn Lanes in Lebanon.
KGAL.
I heard the bowling pins fall there. We both had our headphones off talking about it. I assume that was Rob Allen.
Probably.
Who is over there on the PA system tonight. He'll probably come up after the game and say hello.
Probably.
I don't know if he's looking this way. We'll wave down to the young Mr. Allen there at the... There it is.
There he is.
There's a wave up from Rob Allen.
He's still got a smile on.
41-21. Nothing to smile about in the game.
No.
The Warriors down by 20. They trailed by 2 after 1. 15 at the end of the half. We hoped for a run, but instead they lost by 5 in the third quarter, and they're down by 20 starting the fourth quarter. It looks like the game's certainly out of reach tonight. And Dallas will get the win that they need against the Warriors to start their season. Here's a whistle to start the fourth quarter, just a couple of seconds in. And it will go against the Warriors as they head down the other end of the floor. Let's see who got called.
Another technical?
The officials are talking things over. No, it's not. No, it's going to go against Dallas. That is
okay.
The Warriors walk the other way, and I'm not sure. They still have John Ritchie's number up there, but that's still the second foul, and that would not be right. And it was not a technical. It's a it's not a foul either.
No,
There's no foul on the board.
I'm not
well, all right. What the deal is that the Warriors got the ball and they threw it away.
Yeah.
And Dallas has it here. They try to go underneath. Hargis does a good job of tipping it away, but it gets back into the hands of Dallas. They go underneath to Ritchie. Ritchie missed a shot. They tip it back to Sommerfeld. And maybe Josh Alley or one of the Warrior players reaching in. No foul. It simply stepped out of bounds, I guess, as they had the ball. Must have been an out-of-bounds call, but the ball from Dallas will go to the Warriors. C.J. Hargis with the ball in front of the Warrior bench for Ian Smith, right in the center of the floor. Colson Shanks playing on the left side. Colson to the dribble. Back to Jake McConnell. Hargis, far side, tries to go underneath to Smith. Smith turns, looks for a shot. Smith goes to the dribble, puts up a shot up and in. Did a good job of getting around his defender, Josh Kibbe. And then just a few feet from the basket along the baseline, put it up and in, 41-23. Dallas, though, gets the ball underneath. They dish it back outside. A shot by McCarron for 3 is no good. The rebound comes to Hayden Broadus. That was a great turnaround jump shot about 6 feet from the basket along the baseline.
And the problem, another offensive rebound, multiple chances to get the ball in the bucket. You give a team like this multiple chances, eventually they're going to get it in.
Hayden Broadus is good around the basket. He's got a good hook, and that was a heck of a jump shot. He's
got 10 points in the game.
Hargis loses his defender. John Ritchie goes all the way under. A wraparound layup, no good. Rebound comes to Josh Alley, and Josh is fouled in the act of shooting. Doesn't hit the shot, but Josh Alley has 2 shots coming with the Warriors down by 20. And about a minute and a half gone in the quarter, and no Warrior run yet.
There's still a chance to see the greatest comeback in history right here, Ray.
All right.
6.5 minutes. That's plenty of time to get 20, right?
Learn how archery is a family sport at the Archery Hut in Lebanon. You'll find the Archery Hut just past the Moose Lodge on Crowfoot Road. Private lessons, too, from John Stone, if you need them. A fantastic archery, and you've got to see his trophy. The shot good. The Archery Hut on Crowfoot Road. Josh Alley hits for 1, so it's 43-24. Maybe you will be prophetic.
I'm going to either look like a genius or, I was just wrong. That's the way I look at it.
Shot in and out.
Well,
Warriors have not made 2 yet tonight.
No.
Bringing it down court. Spencer Broadus. Oh, a block by Ian Smith, and a mean block by Ian as he really slapped that ball to the court.
Yeah, he did.
Good pass. Great from Jake McConnell to Ian Smith.
Here we go, Ray.
McConnell heads up, and Ian Smith with a heads up to run the court on the other side, and McConnell found him open. Smith hit the layup. Nice transition. 43-26. 6:12 remaining.
Going to have a lot more of that.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see when we come back. The hopes are suddenly rising here. We'll take a timeout on KGAL. 30 seconds.
Lassen RV in Albany has the new RV models on the lot now, ready for you to buy. Lassen RV Service Department has a new truckload of parts and accessories on sale just in time for fall fix-up. From changing a light bulb to rebuilding your entire RV. No job is too big or too small for Lassen RV in Albany, where friends send their friends.
The short drive to Corvallis will save you time and money. This is Steve Buckner from Wilson Motors, inviting you to experience the notable difference at Wilson Motors, 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis. Check us out at saveatwilson.com.
1580 KGAL.
Back at Lebanon, apparently that was a full timeout. Neither one of us saw the call from the official. The 60-second timeout. About to get back on the court. 43-26. Dallas with the lead tonight. A reminder, your Steel and Husqvarna headquarters in the Valley. Cascade Outdoor Power Equipment. You'll find Cascade Outdoor Power Equipment near the airport on Airway Road in Lebanon. In fact, I may go out there tomorrow. I have the chainsaw back in the car again.
Oh, that's good to know. I always feel safe riding with you in case anything ever happens. We got a chainsaw.
I just need a little assist on the chain right now. We've got some work to do at home. Cascade Outdoor Power Equipment will do it. On Airway Road in Lebanon. All right, Dallas inbounds the ball.
No pressure.
The remainder of the game here. 6:08, 6:07 to go. Dallas with the ball. Summerfeld escapes the defender. Nice dish into the corner. Try for three. No good. Summerfeld got the rebound.
Well, you know, if they're going to complete this comeback, they got to do a better job of boxing out and stopping the offensive rebounds for Dallas.
He came out long, but he was not as tall as the Warrior in front of him, and he simply outjumped him to get the ball. Here's Benfit, the biggest man on the floor at 6'5". Dishes it to Summerfeld. Tyler Summerfeld has it knocked away by the Warriors. Ian Smith almost with the steal, but Summerfeld retrieves in the backcourt and gets it again. Guarded by Josh Alley. Dishes it off to Zachary Benfit. Benfit starts a drive. Instead dishes in the corner for John Ritchie. Ritchie tries to go underneath.
There we go.
McCarron. Here's Jake McConnell with the steal all the way to the basket, and he's fouled by Hayden Broadus. Nice job. Warriors knocked it away. Jake McConnell drove the length of the floor, is fouled, and we'll have two shots.
If there was ever a time to make two of them, it would be now. The Warriors are doing a better job in transition this quarter.
Shot good. All right, good. 43-27. Giant Oaks from Little Acorns Grove. That probably doesn't make any sense at this point.
I've heard it before.
Yeah, whatever it means.
Yeah.
Big things come from small seeds.
Oh.
Maybe not.
Well,
air ball.
Yeah.
On the second shot. Warriors have not made two tonight, right? Nobody's hit two.
Nope.
They've hit one of two, maybe 4 times in the game.
Yeah, they are 6 of 14 right now, so under 50%.
43-27, and Dallas with the ball.
She's got to keep getting some stops.
Driving towards the basket, Summerfeld gives it to Hayden Broadus, puts up a little jump shot. It won't go. Rebound fought by the Warriors, but stealing the ball away. Putting it up and in is Spencer McCarron, 45-27. Jake McConnell at the other end. A wild hook won't go. And the rebound comes to Hayden Broadus. Dallas will run. They get the ball on the run. But slowing it down now is Spencer McCarron. Gives it to Tyler Summerfeld. And back into the hands of Broadus. They can take their time. Zachary Benfit, guarded by Hargis. Here's Tichenauer, Isaac Tichenauer. They clear their bench now, up by 18 and with 4:35 remaining in the game, and Dallas loses it, and the Warriors will come up with it. A pass attempted for Hayden Broadus. I think it went off his hands, out of bounds, and the Warriors will control. But down by a big double-digit margin at 18 and 4:33 remaining.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no 18-point shot, Ray. I wish there was.
Friday night is West Albany at West.
Yeah.
And that's not good after this game.
No. But, you know, they do tend to play West, you know, surprisingly close sometimes, if I remember.
That's true. We often think they're going to be blown out by a good team at West, and West has trouble.
Yeah, so you never know. It could be one of those nights. Unfortunately for the Warriors, they got a lot to clean up before then.
Just threw it away. Remember that three-point shot a couple of years ago?
Jackson Metzger, wasn't it?
Off the backboard, off the glass.
Yeah.
Big smiles by West Albany. He just threw that ball, fired it at the basket, and went up at the buzzer, and West won.
It was a prayer. I do remember. It was a heartbreaking one for us, but the Warriors were in that game, so
yeah.
What are you going to do?
Here's Zachary Benfit, guarded by C.J. Hargis. Throws it to Hayden Broadus. Broadus tries to go underneath, does get the ball down low, and controlling the ball and putting it up and in is Isaac Tichenauer.
Well, I think I know what the Warriors are going to be working on in practice the rest of this week. Interior defense and defensive rebounding.
Stopping those entry passes under the basket.
They just can't do it.
The Warriors try to give the ball to Ian Smith, but Ian was attacking the basket, and the throw was too hard, went off his chest. Dallas got the ball. They go to the other end, and they do not throw it away. It's last touch by the Warriors. It was not a good pass, but the Warriors may be responsible for that, reaching in, knocking it out of bounds. Is it? It is Dallas ball.
Yeah, it's Dallas ball.
Looked like Ian Smith was standing out of bounds waiting for the ball.
Maybe he thought, no, I'm going to stand here. Maybe he'll give it to him.
The Fisher would hand it to him.
You never know.
Gabe Rickert, double teamed by the Warriors. Gets it to Tichenauer. Tichenauer to Daniel Thomas. Dallas again clearing their bench, up by 20 and just 3:25 to go. Looks like they will get their initial win in the first game here. And go 4-6 on the season. Warriors destined for a 3-7 record unless they can have a miraculous comeback with only 3 minutes remaining. Gabe Rickert on the far side for Cole Church. Shot for three goes in by Zachary Benfit.
I think his foot was on the line there. They only gave him two, yeah.
Two.
Luckily.
Zachary doesn't have the prettiest form, but he likes to shoot outside. We see him take a couple of those, and he's hit a couple.
He's a big guy. Probably don't expect him to take that shot most of the time.
6'5", he's taller than anyone else on the floor. Warriors with the ball. Ian Smith. Ian for Colson Shanks, right side of the floor. Colson stops the dribble. Bounce pass to Ian Smith, playing in the center of the floor. C.J. Hargis on the right wing. C.J. tries to get a little drive, gets in some traffic, and a nice dish underneath for Tim Maddox, who hit the shot, and he's fouled.
Okay.
C.J. Hargis has done that a couple of times tonight. You would almost say, I'd watched the replay, that it was out of control and fortunate to get through those people.
Yeah.
But he did.
I don't know how he does it, but he's got great control of his body.
He really does. He weaved through some traffic. It looked like he was going to be cut off, and then he dished it to Tim Maddox, and Maddox put up a shot that went about 15 feet in the air.
It went straight up and straight down.
Came down, and he was fouled besides.
And he didn't even know he was getting fouled. He was running down after, just to make.
And he hits the shot, so a three-point effort thanks to a great move and a great assist from C.J. Hargis.
Yeah.
And perhaps a fortunate shot by Tim Maddox, and then he hits the free throw. In a close game, that would have been terrific, to see that happen.
Yeah.
But they're still down by 19 at 49-30. Long pass all the way down court to Cole Church, who hits. Wide open. There was nobody there.
Nobody.
And a full-length court pass. The Warriors hadn't seen that tonight, but it was done nicely into the hands of Cole Church, who hit the shot. 51-30. Almost stolen away by Dallas. Isaac Tichenor almost intercepted a pass intended for Josh Alley, who instead will get to inbound the ball right in front of his bench, in front of Coach Kevin Johnson, who looks around behind him trying to see what's going on the floor. See that head peek out from in there. They get the ball to Skylar Garber in the game for the first time tonight, but Colson Shanks tries for three. It is no good. And the rebound will come down.
Tyler Young.
To Tyler Young. Thank you. I should know that. 32. And Tyler Young is fouled, and he will go to the free throw line. Lynn Benton Community College reminds you, save a bundle on college. You need not be broke at the end of your college years. Look into starting school at Lynn Benton Community College. Get started, get finished. You'll find them here in Lebanon, conveniently located, main campus in Albany, also Sweet Home in Corvallis. Make an appointment with one of their counselors to drop in at LBCC, the wise way to go. 51-30, the shot by Tyler Young is no good. The free throw. Dallas has the ball. Benford almost lost it, but he does get it in the corner for Church. He will try for three. Shot no good. Skylar Garber with the rebound gets it to Tyler Young. He'll try to drive to the basket, gets around his man, puts it up and in.
Hey, good for Tyler Young.
Very nice move.
Very.
Had a defender right in front of him. Dribbled past him. 51-32 Dallas, but only 1:33 remaining in the game tonight. Gabe Mock, actually Tyler Mock in the game. He drives to the basket alone, puts a shot up. No good. Did he get fouled on the way to the basket?
They say he did.
Who fouled him by the time he got? Must have been fouled.
Skylar Garber, I believe, he kind of slid over there.
But he was alone from the free throw line to the basket.
Well, Skylar was the closest one to him. I don't know.
If he got fouled, it had to be well before the shot, I would think. Maybe the eyes failed me.
There you go. They're changing it.
All right.
Thank you. I
feel
correct,
so
sir.
much better.
You are correct,
35 in October is not that old.
No, not at all.
That was unbelievable. There was nobody there as he went to the basket. Not a soul. And they called a foul, but they changed their minds, and Dallas will take the ball. Dallas gets it.
We got one right? Well, you did.
Josh Kibbe, guarded by Skylar Garber. There's Cole Church, swings around as it knocked away by the Warriors, but somehow gets it back down low and then feeds it to a Daniel Thomas who puts it up and in, and that's good fortune.
I don't know how there's so many people in the paint for Dallas all the time. If they're not three in the key or anything.
You're right. He was just standing there.
Yeah.
A shot by the Warriors off the backboard, no good. The rebound comes to Chad Nissen. He puts a shot up, no good, and he's fouled.
I really don't. Because Cole Church had it, put him a spin move, and then dished it, and he was there the whole time.
And he lost the ball, but recovered it by going into the paint.
I don't know.
Dished it to Daniel Thomas, who was just standing there. How long would that have taken? It's not that he moved in during the process of all the exchanges. He was already standing there. I think you're right. I'd like to go back and count the number of seconds in which he was there. Would it matter?
Well, no, but, you know, I feel like there's been a lot of Dallas players in the paint tonight.
The first free throw by Chad Nissen is good, and he does not hit 2. The Warriors have not hit 2 for 2 yet tonight. 1 for 2, I think, 5 times now in the game.
Yeah.
Maybe 6. Here's Dallas with the ball. 40 seconds to go in the game. They almost throw it away. Daniel Thomas almost lost it, and it is tipped into the hands of Mock. What is that young man's first name? Mock.
Let's see. Mock. Chase Mock.
20 seconds to go. Dallas with the ball. Josh Kibbe is fouled. And that will just be the 6th foul on the Warriors.
They had a foul to give. When was the last time we said that? The Warriors had a foul to give.
Yeah. 9 fouls committed by Dallas.
So that's something that's been going good for the Warriors. They haven't fouled much in the game.
Haven't taken advantage of it.
No.
A shot by Dallas for 3 is no good, and the rebound will come to Tyler Young. 13 seconds to go. Warriors perhaps last possession of the evening. Tyler Young will try for 3, and he hits. He hit it. 53-39. Boy, it's a nice job being done by Chad Nissen, Tyler Young coming into the ball game.
The JV, some of the JV out there.
And Skylar Garber. JV players really added some true adrenaline at the end of the game. Did a nice job, but the Warriors fall well short tonight. There really is no other way to describe it other than a disappointing effort in a game that you would hope would be closer against Dallas.
Yeah.
Because some teams are going to come in here that are far more talented than Dallas. But Dallas makes it a 17-point win, 53-36, the final score. We'll be back to wrap things up tonight from Lebanon High School. Lebanon drops their first game in the conference season. Dallas wins their first. We'll return in a moment on KGAL.
Need tires? Hi, this is Don from Kenega Tire Factory. From lawnmowers to tractors, cars, and trucks, we have what you need. And Kenega Tire's ASE certified mechanics can help you with your brakes, shocks, struts, alignment, oil changes, and stuff you won't believe. Even propane for your barbecue and RV. Kenega Tire Factory, still at the Y in Lebanon.
You'll always get your money's worth where the food is fresh and original at Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant in Lebanon. Roberto and his staff will provide a fun and affordable dining experience. So visit Ixtapa on the corner of Highway 20 and Wheeler Street, where parking is convenient and the atmosphere is sweet.
Walmart is your local discount savings store. If you shop regularly at Walmart, you'll save hundreds, even thousands of dollars annually, because Walmart takes pride in being your local discount savings store. In addition, Walmart takes pride in being a part of the Lebanon community.
We're Linco Federal Credit Union. Keep your money in Linn County with Linco Federal Credit Union. Enjoy a visit with one of our friendly staff at a neighborhood branch near you today. Linco Federal Credit Union in Albany, Lebanon, and Sweet Home. In Linn, you're in.
KGAL.
Well, Lebanon High School here as the fans depart tonight. The first conference home game of the year. Well attended, those pre-conference games. The Warriors won 3 games here early in the season, but they had a 3-2 record at that time, but they now fall to 2-6 as they lost 3 games in a holiday tournament up in Salem, lost to West Salem, Western Mennonite, and lost to Sweet Home, a team they had defeated here for their 3rd win of the year. But that made 3 straight losses, and then they dropped the opening game of the conference tonight to Dallas, the Dallas Dragons, by a score of 53-36. And it gets what should be a little bit tougher, but as Scott said, we'll see on Friday night at West.
Yeah.
West either thinking that maybe they've had it in the bag. Lebanon has played well at West in the last few years, but they have not pulled out the victory.
No.
But they will play there on Friday night against West, a team that was down by 10 heading into the 3rd quarter against Silverton tonight. That's very disappointing for them.
Yeah, Silverton's up 71-64 with a minute left in the game. So
that's disappointing because that game is at West, and West had hoped to really contend with Silverton for the league title this year.
Yep.
And right in the first game of the year, they will be defeated, apparently, by Silverton to open their conference season. So they'll be a little bit upset, unfortunately, as the Warriors step into their gymnasium on Friday night. 53-36, the final score. Scott tallying up the game for both sides. I think we do need a timeout here. We'll try to finish up our timeouts. We'll take one more break, come back and get the stats for the night, and depart and tell you what's ahead Warriors dropped the game tonight to Dallas, opening conference game of the season. Final score 53-36. Back in a moment on KGAL.
Family owned and operated since 1979, Crabtree Auto stresses the small stuff when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. An oil change every 3,000 miles is a small thing now, but adds up to big rewards down the road. Crabtree Auto on Hill Street, just south of 9th in Albany.
Has your stove lost its heat? Is your fridge or freezer no longer cold? Does your washer leave soap in your clothes, or has your dryer stopped tumbling? Then who are you going to call? Like New Appliance at 259-1131, of course. Like New Appliance, where every appliance shines like new.
Lynn Lanes in Lebanon, home of the best burger in town. Good family fun. Bowling. Open every day and until 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday nights. Ballistic bowling starts at 10 on Saturday nights. Stop by Lynn Lanes in Lebanon.
You will come out a winner at Power Honda. Their talented staff will show you how easy it is to get the vehicle you want and the payment you need. Check out mypowerhonda.com. Call 928-0122 or just go in to Power Honda, Highway 20 east of I-5 in Albany, your Honda Superstore.
Need extra money? H&R Block offers the Emerald Advance, a line of credit up to $1,000 that you can start using today. No W-2 required. Stop by a participating office to apply or call 1-800-HR-BLOCK to learn more. H&R Block Emerald Advance, line of credit offered through H&R Block Bank. Member FDIC, participating offices subject to credit approval. Please apply. See HR Block/Emerald Advance for details. 2012 HRB Tax Group Incorporated offered January 15, 2015. OATP B1550.
Hi, this is Serena at your neighborhood H&R Block in Albany, Lebanon, Corvallis. Call us today at 541-928-6432 and see what it means to never settle for less when it comes to your taxes.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
53-36 final score tonight as the gym clears out here. And the Warriors in the locker room talking things over and trying to improve what happened tonight. And gosh, there's just so many things, Scott. They never really got the open shots. Again, they're looking for that outside shooter. They just haven't found that yet. Somebody that could really hit from the outside and draw the defense out.
Right.
So Dallas was able to box things in underneath. The Warriors could not get entry passes. And as we've seen for several years, when they try to force that ball underneath, it's knocked away and it's anybody's ball at that point. And Dallas did a great job in their assist. They did a terrific job of finding an open man, hitting that open man underneath, hitting a lot of shots underneath, and then when they had the open shots outside, they hit a good percentage tonight. They played well.
I think you just hit on one of the key factors is the Warriors have nobody who scares the opposition from the three-point line, so they can just plug everybody in the middle. The Warriors, they know they're either going to not take the shot or they're going to miss it, really, and I think that's a thing defenses are going to take a chance on. Well, you know, you can shoot a wide-open shot, but you got to prove to us you can make it consistently. Otherwise, we're just going to plug the middle, and, you know, you're going to have to hit some jumpers first. Yeah, that's a problem, and I think we're going to see that as the year goes on.
And the Warriors seem to want to get that ball underneath, and they just couldn't do it. When they would finally throw an entry pass, generally it got knocked away. Or if they did get it underneath, the shot was contested, and they really did not hit that many shots underneath. Dallas hit a bundle of their 53 points from underneath the basket.
Yeah, I don't know how many, but I would say at least 35 to 40 of their points were in the paint. They did do a good job of hitting some elbow jumpers also, but most of their points were in the paint tonight.
Did they hit just one three-pointer on the night?
Yes.
One three-point shot, but they had a lot of them just inside the arc that they hit when they were open, and that they were impressive.
Yeah, they were. Congrats to Dallas. They came in here with a great game plan, and they executed it almost to perfection.
How about the stats? Do you have the run?
I sure do. Not too pretty, really, in anything. And here's something else the Warriors have to address. 41-30, Dallas with the rebounding advantage. I don't know what the offensive splits were, but the Warriors gave up too many offensive rebounds, second and third chance opportunities for Dallas, and they were able to capitalize. Free throws, here's another scary stat. Dallas was 2 of 4 at the line, so they hit 1 three-pointer and 2 free throws, and they still were able to, dominate the game. The Warriors were 8 of 18 from the free throw line. They got there again, they just can't seem to take advantage of it. 26 turnovers, for Lebanon, and only 18 for Dallas. They only had 6 turnovers in the second half. 6. That's crazy when you think about it. Let's see. Cole Church was the leading scorer for Dallas. He had 11. Also with 11 was Hayden Bodris. He had a couple of good turnaround jumpers with the hook shot, like you said there. 7 points for Spencer McCarron. John Ritchie had 5 for Dallas. For the Warriors, 9 points from Tim Maddox tonight. 5 for Ian Smith, who came in and played pretty well in the second half. 5 also for Tyler Young, who played very well coming off the bench in that fourth quarter. A little bit of excitement for him. C.J. Hargis had 7. And let's see here, 3 points for Colson Shanks. Only 4 points for Isaac Johnson tonight. He really didn't take too many shots. 1 point for Jacob McConnell, Josh Alley, and Chad Nissen for the Warriors also. And that's that.
I just looked at Hayden Broad is 6'5". I didn't realize that he was 6'5".
Yeah.
And he was the one that did a lot of damage under the basket when they got the ball to him.
Yes, he did.
He had a terrific hook, as he would frequently just turn and fire that ball with no time lost. And he would bank it off the glass time and time again. I didn't realize that he was 6'5". He didn't look that tall.
No, he didn't. He's a sneaky 6'5".
But no wonder he was so effective under the basket.
And unfortunately, he's a sophomore, Ray. Sophomore.
Maybe he'll just go 2 years and go pro.
Maybe.
I think we need one more timeout tonight. We'll come back and finish up this evening. The Warriors fall short tonight against Dallas. Final score 53-36. We'll be back in a moment.
Good, tasty food. That's why Bing's Kitchen has been a lunch and dinner favorite for over 40 years. Choose Chinese or American meals that can satisfy the entire family or a gathering of up to 40 people on the South Santiam Highway in Lebanon. Choose Bing's Kitchen, where the food simply tastes best.
Doug Phillips, financial advisor with Edward Jones, is proud to sponsor Lebanon Warrior Sports on KGAL. Doug Phillips' Edward Jones office is on the corner of South Main and Walker, near the post office in Lebanon. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
1580 KGAL.
Well, welcome back to Lebanon High School, where
we're back.
The Dallas Dragons defeat the Warriors tonight. Yes, we are back.
We're just talking with young Mr. Allen here.
Yes.
Rob Allen. Who's had a little bit of a setback, and I wondered how he was physically. I asked him to pick up my cell phone, and he did it. No, there's no call. I just wanted to see if you could pick it up. wanted to see if you're getting your strength back.
That's it.
That's
a tough one.
There's a water bottle that's not full there. See what you can do with that. Not quite. Not quite. All right. You'll be back before the end of the year. Well, that's it for tonight. We dropped this game 53-36. Try again on Friday night against West Albany. West figures to be one of the top teams in the league. They defeated by Silverton tonight?
Yes, 76-69.
Well, a tight game, but still they were down by 10 entering the third quarter, so maybe Silverton dominated that game throughout.
Yeah.
And Silverton immediately establishes themselves then as the team to beat in basketball.
Right.
And they were the champions in football this year. West, though, has a very good team, a very talented team, and they will entertain. We'll see how entertaining it is. Entertain the Warriors. The Warriors have a lot to address before Friday night, but we've seen them play well here at times. This effort was disappointing against Dallas, and hard to understand why, but you have to give credit to Dallas for playing a very effective ball game.
Yeah, and, unfortunately, I do remember hearing that West Albany has a couple of tall post players, like 6'7", 6'8". Jalen Schlegel is one of them. So, unfortunately for the Warriors, that doesn't, they're going to have to tighten up their defense if they want to have a chance at West Albany.
The Warriors have not been terribly outsized this year, but they will be on Friday night.
Yeah.
7 o'clock game time. We were fortunate tonight. Game started on time. The junior varsity game was a heartbreak in the final seconds of the game.
Yeah.
As the Warriors fell short by 3, 46-43. There was a travel call against Skylar Garber on a rebound that he put back up and in that would have tied the game.
Yep.
And it's hard to understand how he traveled. He wasn't trying to fake his defender. He just put the ball back.
I heard the whistle. I thought he got fouled on the shot.
Me too.
Yeah, it wasn't. And then everybody, including yourself, was up in arms about the call.
I don't usually get excited, but I did.
That was awesome. That was awesome to see, Ray. I should have taped
it. In the game, you usually keep calm, but just watching the game, I immediately jumped up and said, no. But instead of the game being tied, Dallas was able to win the junior varsity game by 3. The freshmen controlled their game 51-30 with 1:30 left in the game, and both games went quickly tonight, and so does this one. We'll see you on Friday evening at 7 Thank you back at the studio. Chris Adams, you always do a good job on the board. It's appreciated from this end. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Ray.
And we'll see you tomorrow morning. It should be rather alert. Should be in bed by 10.
That's good. That's good.
See you for the morning update. I hope you'll join Scott Workhaven and me between 5:30 and 9 o'clock each morning from 5:30 to 9. Final score tonight is disappointing, but there's a long season ahead. We'll see what the Warriors can do. Final score, Dallas wins it 53-36.
Thanks for listening to tonight's broadcast of Lebanon High School Sports on 1580 KGAL. Warriors basketball has been brought to you by Economy Supply Building Center, Mama's Fine Italian, City and Suburban Electric, Lassen RV, Doug Phillips of Edward Jones, Power Honda, Ixtapa Mexican Restaurant, Linco Federal Credit Union, Burgerville, Crabtree Automotive, Walmart, Lynn Lanes, Willamette Community Bank, Les Schwab Tires of Lebanon, Bing's Kitchen, Like New Appliance, Lynn Benton Tractor, and by Wilson Motors. Listen throughout the season for more exciting Warriors basketball action. This broadcast is exclusive property of Eads Broadcasting, News Talk 1580 KGAL, and Radio Scott Productions. U.S. copyright law protects this broadcast. Duplication or rebroadcast of any portion of this program is strictly prohibited without prior written consent. We now join our regular programming.
Beyond the Beltway with Bruce Dumont, Sunday afternoons on News Talk 1580 KGAL.